Presenting another offering from Haolonggood, introducing the 1/35th scale Chasmosaurus. Hello, welcome to Ruckosaurus Rex, the channel where we review and discuss all things dinosaur and other prehistoric animals. How you guys doing? I am doing well. You see what we got going on right in front of us. We have another offering, the latest offering from Haolonggood, and this time around it is the Chasmosaurus at 1/35th scale. As always, you can see just from the image on the front, Haolonggood provides us with two different color schemes. We've got a brown and a green. That's their normal motif, different shades of that, but that's usually what we get. Any of you that have been rock with me know that I don't normally double dip, but and I haven't this time. I only went one. We're going to be reviewing the green guy this go around. So, but the brown is just as nice. But I was just drawn more towards the green one. Anyway, you see what we got there on the packaging. At the top, we have six cells showing past offerings from Haolonggood. And you can see just from me grasping the packaging, the size of this box. So it tells it's a pretty small offering this go around. That's why we only get 6. We only show 6 because the box isn't big enough. Then we've got the Haolonggood logo. And then, of course, we've got the images of the Chasmosaurus on the other side, both the brown and the green. And here's our little guy on the base out of packaging. And when I say little, even for a ceratopsian, not just the model being little, but in real life, as far as dinos go, as far as ceratopsians go, this species was not that large. It was about, went from 14 to almost 16 feet in length. It lived about 75 million years ago, and it coexisted with a lot of our more well-known dinosaurs for sure. In terms of ceratopsians, it existed alongside Styracosaurus, Santrosaurus, some Hadrosaurus, Corythosaurus, Parasaurolophus, Edmontonia for from the Ankylosaur family, Nodosaur in this case. And as far as predation, it was nice buddies with Daspletosaurus, and believe it or not, it hung around long enough for the advent of Tyrannosaurus Rex itself. So, it lived alongside a pretty decent amount of theropods. It also, I've mentioned basically species of models that are out from PNSO or from Haolonggood, but it also lived alongside Eoplacephalus, Struthiomimus, and some other dinos too. But the ones that I just mentioned prior to those last two are what will be compared a little bit later on in this video. Anyway, you see what we got going on. It is very, very nice. When we get it up close, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Haolonggood is really knocking it out the park with their offerings, with their models. We've got our Chasmo up close. And I want you guys to look at the fine detail. I'm going to try to point this out so you can see. Look how well Haolonggood has done the scales on the frill. And take a look at the frill itself. That is very, very, very impressive. You've got the spikes going along the perimeter there, and some nice larger ones right there on the corners, if you will. We've got some nice, that green is just popping as far as I'm concerned. And like I said, you can see the scales, they really stand out. The brow horns, short, and they've got that nice kind of almost beige-like color. Same with the nasal horn. And you got the nice, with the beak, nice distinctive. The line is well defined, so you can make the distinction between the upper jaw, the lower of the mandible, and the nice dark color with the beak. Eye is around the eye, surrounding the eye is black. The eye itself is, I don't think you guys can see, hopefully you can, but it's blue with a black pupil, so that looks nice. And then as far as the rest of our guy, like I said, it's a nice green. It's primarily green, but you see you've got these kind of beige color. I believe, I want to believe that the base is this color and the green is the addition. In any case, it looks good. Got the nice wrinkles there by that right rear limb and the push off of the right forelimb. You see that? We've got some nice wrinkles going on there, looking very muscular. The toes painted a nice black. If you go down the leg, it transforms into a brown. Going to the rear, the tail, short tail, and the top of it is basically fully green until you get to the bottom, and it starts to transition yellowish kind of color. It's like a yellow brown going in there. On the side, where it's by the way, our Chasmosaurus is veering slightly to its right, just so you guys can know what's up with it. So yeah, that's pretty nice going on the side. Looking at the rear of the frill, you see it's got some black design, spotting, if you will. See if you can get that, turn the angle so it can be in some light there so you can see that. And of course, looking at our figure from up top, you see what we got going on with how the green is poured over both sides of the model. Very, very nice there. And now we'll put our Chasmosaurus on the other side so you can see what that's going on. I really think this is some of Haolonggood's best work. I just can't get over the scales on the frill there. The frill, the head sculpt in general, is a work of art. Taking a measurement of our Chasmosaurus, he is a little guy representing a smaller ceratopsian, and this model is coming in at about 5 inches. So at the 1/35th scale, you do your calculations. That puts this guy representative of about a 14 and a half foot long animal. So this represents a Chasmosaurus on the smaller spectrum of what the size estimates were deduced to be. Now for some comparisons with other species that lived alongside Chasmosaurus, we have from Haolonggood, Edmontonia. Next up, we have one of Chasmo's play buddies, and they're playing tag right now, and Chasmo appears to be it. We're talking about, from Haolonggood, Daspletosaurus. Now moving on over to the PNSO side of the house for some comparisons. Quite frankly, they have more species that coexisted with Chasmosaurus than Haolonggood does at present. So without further ado, here we go. You see it is right there. We've got Styracosaurus as well as Centrosaurus. And more from PNSO, we have the Parasaurolophus as well as the somewhat oversized Corythosaurus. And last but never ever least, even when you have him compared up against an Alamosaurus, we have Wilson 2.0, the Tyrannosaurus Rex. And I went with Wilson as opposed to Cameron because Wilson is the older model of a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and Chasmosaurus actually hung around long enough to have the honor of meeting a few of these guys when they first came on board. And, it's wild. When I was doing my, I'll do some refreshers to make sure I have my facts straight as best as possible. I'm not spot on all the time, and some of you guys are kind enough to let me know that. And that's cool. I need that. But it got me to thinking about Chasmosaurus and how successful, despite how small for a ceratopsian it was, how successful it was. For one, it also, if I didn't mention it earlier, it actually made its way into Canada, Alberta and all that type stuff. But the fact that it had to survive the likes of a Daspletosaurus and lived all the way up until the beginnings, the emergence of the Tyrannosaurus, that says a lot about this particular species. So, mad props to you, Chasmosaurus. And now get up out of there before Rex manages to get out of those trees and turn to get you. And I keep referring back to Chasmosaurus size. Here's what it would have looked like next to a 6 foot tall human being. And so to sum up my review of the Haolonggood 135th scale Chasmosaurus, I love this figure. It's small, it's cute, and it would have to be in order for Haolonggood to maintain proper scaling. And it falls right there on the lower end of what its estimated size is, meaning 14.1 feet up to about 15.7. I rounded off to 16 feet. And like I said, it's at the smaller end of that spectrum. So it's right there in line with the 135 scale. I love this particular color scheme. And you already know I'm saving the best for last. That head sculpt is bananas as far as I'm concerned. The frill is a work of art. The attention to detail when it comes to the scales, top notch. Like I said before, with Haolonggood, they are doing their thing at a reasonable price. So they're right there on the heels of the likes of PNSO, who, they're kind of sort of the benchmark when it comes to higher end dino models. But Haolonggood is right on their heels and even better at a more palatable price. So let me know what you guys think about this model. What do you think about Haolonggood and how far they've come? What species do you want them to tackle? I've got a long laundry list. I'm not about to start naming them here. I'll have to make a part two. While you're down there commenting, definitely give a thumbs up, share this video, and subscribe to the channel if you would be so inclined. Hit the notification bell so the next time a video from me gets uploaded, you will be one of the first to know. So definitely do that. And I'm just here. I'm taking it all in. When the camera shuts off, I'm going to put this Chasmosaurus into some other scenes because it just looks that good before I put him away for a minute or two. Anyway, that's going to do it for this review. It's time to put it away as well. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.